Oh wow, camera angle's off. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Hello YouTube, I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while, a lot of stuff going on, ramping up for the holidays, working on the Etsy shop. So today I'm just going to do a real quick tutorial video on making some dangle earrings. There you go. So basically what you'll need is some jewelry parts and pieces, some pins, jewelry pins, then of course beads. Whatever beads you're going to want to use for this. Then you're going to want, of course, now I'm drawing a blank as what those are, but they're basically the things you dangle them from your earrings with. Wow, it is late or early or something, not sure what. Then you're going to want a pair of pliers, wrapping pliers, wire cutter, and then I use these, which were actually a gift from a friend of mine that work absolutely amazing. She said she got them, I think, off Fire Mountain, so I want to go check it out. So making these kind of earrings is very, very time consuming, and I guess part of the reason I wanted to do the video is because sometimes when people look at things and gasp at the price, they don't realize the work and effort that goes into it. So not only are you paying for, when you buy, not only are you paying for the supplies that the person has purchased, you're also sometimes paying for, like, you know, them having to list it, the time that goes into it, and all that good gobbly-gob. Now, when it comes to dangles, it is just basically, you are making each one of those little drops. So that's what I'm going to be going through today, so you can get a little glimpse at what it takes to actually make a beautiful pair of dangle earrings. Alright, gonna shift you back down. Okay. Hope everybody's holidays are going well. So to start off, now this is the kind of pin I'm using. It's got the flat end on it. You can get these at any craft shop. These, again, I got it from Nicole. Sullivan Creations, go check her out. She makes some fabulous stuff. She does a lot of steampunk stuff. So then you just need to choose your design. I already did the dangles on this before. I thought, hey, maybe I should make a video, the center dangle. For me, the center dangle is the most difficult, and actually, I can show you why. It's because it's a small amount of space that you gotta navigate. Also, you want to get the dangles the same size, so to speak, dangle at the same rate. All right. So for that small, what color are these? Purple. So we'll do a blue. A small bead works best. Basically, you just take the small bead, put it on there. After you do that, I personally just kind of take the earring, size up how far you want it to dangle, which is about there. So you need about that much to wrap. Then cut off top. Then I take the bead off and measure the other one against it. Take your wire cutters and cut the top off. Put your bead back on. Get your second bead out. Slide that on. And then you get your wire wrappers. And me personally, I like to make a hook at the end, just to get it started. I think we're going to be fighting the camera today. I apologize. Maybe really out of focus. Once I got the hook on the end, put it through the center small hole. And you say it's dingling down too far because it's not quite shaped the way it needs to be yet. And then I take the edge of the hook and then pull through. Basically, I'm pulling it through. So I got it where I want it to dangle, which is about there. I have a little bit of extra, so I'm going to snip it. And then connect. There we go. That is one done. And gotta do the same with the other side. Uh-oh, getting my pairs mixed up. It'll be okay. Can make it through. Put the hook through. Or not. Apparently it's gonna fight. Doesn't want to go down without a fight. There we go. And then again, I just pull the hook up and over till I get it where I want it to dangle, to where it will be even with this one. Then connect them so it doesn't come off. There we go. And that is just the center. Okay, and then from there, it's basically whatever design you want. So you get another one of these guys, and then you put them on here however you want to. That's purple. So maybe we will do purple and silver, maybe. Again, I do the same thing. I put the beads on, measure about how long I want it to dangle, clip off the excess, take the beads back off, then get, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 5. So I will measure and cut 5 beads. And in reality, since there's 2, earrings to a set, it's actually going to wind up being, double. So you'll actually want to cut for the other side too, because you want the sides to match. So instead of actually cutting 5, you're going to be cutting 10. I can maths sometimes. I think the next video I might do is a review on my Kat Von D palettes. I haven't done anything with makeup for a while. So we'll see. All right, now I have all the pins that I need measured out and cut. So, again, bead, bead, bead. Put a little hook, feed it through. Got a little extra. All right, there we go. One down. Trying to keep an eye on the time so I give you a rough estimate on how long it's going to take to make a set. So basically, if you count, like, let's say that you pay yourself like minimum wage, like absolute rock bottom minimum wage, and it takes you an hour to make one of these guys. Basically, you had to count $7 for yourself. And then plus the parts. Fighting me. And of course, since they are the same size, you're going to have a little extra. Trim that off. Alright. One is done. Well, not quite. I still gotta put the and this is an incredible, I chose the most simplest ones out. Really simple design. I guess not the most simple. Here we go. Focus. There we go. So yeah, that's part of the process of making a lovely dangle earring. Now, some people can get a tax ID depending on how big your small business is, and that'll help cut the cost for supplies and parts. But again, a lot of people have metal allergies these days, so it's a good idea to stay clear of anything that doesn't say that it's not, like, you know, nickel free, because nickel tends to be what sets people's allergies off. A lot of the stuff I try to find, and same with Nicole for Sullivan Creations, is nickel, lead, and cadmium, which are some of the biggest issues when it comes to metal allergies, because both of us kind of suffer from them. Well, not kind of, like totally suffer from them. And I don't want anybody else to have to get a nasty rash just to save a buck or two. Ugh, I know that's one thing I've always hated throughout my whole entire life of wearing jewelry, is you find a beautiful jewelry piece in like price range you can afford, fall in love with it, and the first time you're out and you get it even the least bit sweaty, come home with a ginormous rash, and you don't want to take it off because you know if you take it off, people are going to see how red your neck is. You know? One more. Oh, my blood goes to sleep when I do this. Too much information, but I'm still sharing it with you anyway. Butt numbness, check. Because this is not the first thing I've done. This is just the first thing I thought about, like, actually filming. That's one thing I'm really bad about, if you haven't figured that out yet. I'll get in, like, the middle or heat of a project thing. I'll be like, hey, wait, I've been looking for content for my channel. Why am I not filming this? Because I'm not quite that intelligent. Because the smarts to film does not kick in. This one's fighting. Does not want to play. Wants to play hard to get. Punk. Okay, so if they start fighting me like that, I usually switch pliers. Because once the curve's there, it's just a matter of squeezing it together so it doesn't, like, jump off the earring. There we go. I still don't like that. I don't think it's close enough. That's the thing, is I'm also very, very, very paranoid about things jumping off things, because it happens all the time. Like slip the jump ring is what officially I think it's actually called. In this case, it wouldn't be a jump ring, it'd be, you know, the hook. I'm gonna go with that. But still, it's also not a fun thing if you're wearing an earring and then all of a sudden you realize it's like jumped its ring or whatnot. I think it's actually harder doing the second earring than it is the first, because you're trying to match what you did on the first one, getting the length just right. There we go. Let's break one. OCD, sorry, I'm gonna stare at it for like 10 minutes, make sure. Alright, this set is not actually perfect. If I was actually making this for somebody other than family, I would probably go back in and take off the one on the end over here because it's a little, just a tiny bit off. Just enough to annoy me. Okay. There we go. And these are not perfect, but there you go. So the dangle earrings. So yeah, give it, takes about 20 minutes to do an imperfect pair of dangles. Around to that, and this is again a really simple design, and again, it's not, if this was actually like a customer build and not a family, I love my family and I want them to have beautiful things, but I don't feel like it needs to be quite as perfect as if somebody paid their, you know, hard-earned money for it. I want you to have the most superior product as humanly possible, and my family knows that I am flawed and I'm human and I make flawed and human things, so they just appreciate the sentiment and the time I put into making it. So tonight I've made these. And I'm also making a Weeping Angel set. It's not quite finished. The earrings are done, but the necklace itself is not. Alright, we are hitting the 30-minute mark, so I will not take up any more of your time, but hopefully this video was a little bit informative and will give you a little bit more of a fresh eye when you are looking at dangles and how much work actually can go into making them. Again, this is a sloppy version. The loops aren't quite right and it's a little bit off, so if I really, if these were for sale, I'd probably spend a little bit more time on them. But again, I am working on Christmas gifts, gearing up for Christmas. Yay. Getting presents done, getting things out. So, at any rate, I hope everybody's having a really good holiday and enjoying time with family, friends, loved ones, whoever. And I hope everybody, I already said that, I'm going to repeat because again, I think it's early or late or somewhere in between. But, alright everybody. Happy cosplay, happy life. I hope everybody's doing fantastic.